Hello, my name is Josh Baker. I'm the Deputy CEO at Amtran, which is the fixed route transportation provider here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. We are providing this information for PSU Altoona's orientation. So we'll get started with the PowerPoint. We'll be trying to provide you information about our service and our system, as well as some technology you can utilize to access service. So here's the topics we'll go through here today. Who are we? Systems and services, fares, points of interest, the variety of technology you can use to access our service, get our information. We'll talk about limited English proficiency. Obviously, a big topic right now is the COVID-19 and the parameters we have in place for yourself, what we expect of our customers. And then we'll give you a very brief bus tour and show you how to interact with the fixed route vehicle. So Amtran, like I said, is the fixed route transportation provider for in Blair County. We don't service all of Blair County. We service the city of Altoona, the borough of Holliesburg, Logan Township, and surrounding Township as well. We do that Monday through Saturday from about 5:45 in the morning to about 11 o'clock in the evening. We service it with 13 regular routes that have going all throughout the city in those areas that I mentioned a little bit earlier. We have 3 transit centers. One of interest to PSU Altoona is the Hawthorne Shelter there at the corner of campus. And we also have our downtown transit center, which is located right behind the Sheets Entrepreneurial Center in downtown Altoona. And we have our 3rd center is out at the Little Valley Mall. So for fares, real simple, show your Penn State issued ID, you ride for free anywhere in our system. So it's not just point access, it's not just to and from Hawthorne, our Ivyside campus, or the downtown campus. It is all throughout our system. All you gotta do is show the driver your ID. You don't have to tap it, swipe it in like that. The driver takes care of everything else. Show your ID and you're free. So we put some points of interest on here. Obviously the campus routes, so we're talking about beginning at the Hawthorne Shelter there in Ivyside. You're always gonna have 3 buses every hour coming to that shelter. Our Pleasant Valley bus will be there on the hour. Our Crosstown is there at 20 after every hour, and our Flash is there at 40 after every hour. They do slightly different things, and it's not direct service from the Hawthorne Shelter on campus to the downtown transit center. They are maneuvering through the community. So just so you're aware, if you have a campus engagement or class downtown, the bus takes 20 minutes to get from Hawthorne to the downtown transit center, so make sure you plan accordingly. We also have the Point bus that services the Hawthorne Shelter and Indian Point. That's a 15-minute loop. It begins at 7:15 in the morning and runs to 6 o'clock at night. It starts up at Indian Point, comes down and maneuvers around behind some of the campus buildings, down to some other off-campus lodging, and then comes back up to the Hawthorne Shelter. So it's making a loop every 15 minutes. We have there's 13 regular routes. 2 of them are evening routes. The one that has direct service to the PSU Altoona campus is the Evening Flash. That picks up from the Point at 6 p.m. It runs the whole way to about 10:20 in the evening, making connection with the downtown transit center. Just some points of interest here on the right-hand side of the screen. We mentioned the Sheets Entrepreneurial Center, the Divorce Center. Obviously, if anyone is going to Divorce, Sheets is very simple to get off. You go across the parking lot at the downtown transit center. You're there. Divorce Center is just up the block, right around the corner. You could stay on some of those routes, 15th Street, and get you right off at the Divorce Center if you have time. We mentioned the Logan Valley Mall, where we have a shelter. We also service the Logan Town Center, which has Giant Eagle, it has Michael's, it has Dick's, it has a variety of eateries. Walmart, Target, multiple Martins are on our service. UPMC Hospital, our regional hospital here in Altoona, and then also some movie theaters that unfortunately probably not available at this time, but things do open back up. Some recreational points of interest too. Okay, technology, and we have a vast array of it for a very small transit agency. We talked about the things at our transit centers, and we'll show you some technology we have there that are providing system information. We'll go through the internet and we'll walk you through how to plan a trip. We'll talk about a variety of ways you can utilize your phone, your smartphone, to get either communicate with Amtran or get Amtran information about our service. on MyStop Mobile, being our free mobile app, and texting. So there's 3 transit center locations. You'll see either or LED signs or LCD signs. LED signs are the the black screen up here in the top right-hand corner, and they are showing you the visual information when buses are scheduled to be at that location. So we have 3 at our downtown transit center, we have 1 back at Hawthorne, and we have 1 out at the Logan Mall. They are only showing you the information for the buses that are servicing those locations. So we mentioned 3 or 4 buses that are servicing Hawthorne. You'll see the Pleasant Valley, the Flash, the Cross, and all labeled on the LED at the Hawthorne. And the time you see there in the example is 2 o'clock for Plank Road. That is the real-time information that Plank Road would be at that stop. So it's not an estimated time on those screens. It is the actual real-time information that gets updated routinely as that bus is making its way to that stop. LCD signs are located inside the divorce center. Inside the downtown transit center. 1 inside our Amtrak offices here at 5th Avenue in Altoona, and 1 inside the Logan Valley Mall. They look like a regular TV screen, and again, they're displaying route information for the buses that access those stops, and they're giving the real-time information for the next 3 departures from that stop for each of those routes. At every one of those locations, we have audio announcements. So for individuals who may have visual disability, they can touch a button on the LED screen and it will provide an audio announcement of what is actually on the screen. Our TIS system at our downtown transit center only displays when buses are coming into certain bays, when they're loading in the bays, and then when they're departing the bays. So you have the visual identification of the route information, plus you have audio information as well. So our internet, our website, obviously just our name.org, where you can access static schedule data plus real-time updated schedule information. You can also plan your trips, sign up for rider alerts. So we are going to go ahead and switch to our screen here. Just 1 second. Okay, so this is, when you go to amtran.org, this will be our main website, the main part of the website. You got routes and fares information, all kinds of ribbons there to learn information about Amtran. What you want to know is in My Stop. So you click on My Stop. There's all the variety means you can get that information in the phone, My Stop mobile app, texting. You can also call us and we'll walk through those procedures. And also My Stop online. So we're going to click on that. And it takes you to our info point site, where here is all of those 13 routes that are providing service throughout those days. And so if I want information on it, I can just click if I want to about crosstown. This is going to show me the outline of the crosstown. And if I know the stop I'm at, I sit here at our office, which is 5th Avenue, Altoona. I click on that stop, and here is the information scheduled and estimated, scheduled time and the estimated arrival time. So there's one of the static information should be here at 35 after the hour, and it'll also tell me when exactly it's going to be there. We do encourage, if you're checking through this method or on the mobile app, that you continually check. Because if you check at 10 minutes, the bus is running late 2 minutes, within 5 minutes that bus can make up that time. It could be on time now. So once you miss your bus, because we didn't check the timing of our stop multiple times. You also see that you can see the little bus icon here. These are the buses that are actually servicing the crosstown route right now. I can click on that bus. It shows me it's on time, where its last stop was at, and how many people are on board. And this is very important during our COVID-19 pandemic, where we are encouraging social distancing. That we want you to utilize this technology. That if there is a large number of people on board, try to maybe plan your trip for the next bus, the next hour, whatever it may be, just to help us encourage social distancing. So you can do that for any one of our routes. You can also plan a trip. So I can go to our trip planner here. I can type in our address here at Amtran. I want to go out to the mall. I can select when I'm departing, what day, to help me plan that trip. I click on plan the trip. It gives me my options. Here it gives us walking. You can select on transit options, things like that. But you certainly have the availability to utilize the variety of technological means inside our internet to plan your trip or check on routing status. You can also sign up for rider alerts, which will you can sign up for all of our rider alerts or just route specific, or if there is a issue with a route, it's detouring, things that it's not going out that day, we will send you out a text message or an email to let you know what the issue with that route is. Let's go back to our presentation. Okay, so that was our internet options. That was the real-time information on our internet, how you interact with our internet, our website, and get the static, or get the real-time information, I apologize, in planning your trip. There's also static schedules within that route and fare information. We have here examples of 4 routes of service that the campus directly, and it's extremely simple. Here's the crosstown again. These are the times it departs from the transit center, and I will inform you that not all of the stops are listed on the paper schedules. Only the major stops are listed there. That's just basically for size purposes. So if your stop is in between 2 of these stops, if it's between the transit center and it's between the divorce center for you to be picked up, we encourage you to be ready at the earlier time that's on that schedule. So if it's 7 a.m., especially with the divorce center, 7:10 hypothetically, be ready at the 7 o'clock time so you don't miss that bus. Here at Amtran, there's no excuse for an operator to be early, run the bus early, but there is excuses also for us running late, whether it's traffic, safety precautions, helping passengers, things like that. So just want to give you an example of those static schedules. As you can see, the Pleasant Valley and the Point. And again, if you're scheduled to be at your stop, at noon, we encourage you to be ready at least 5 minutes before that, just so that we provide the service that you deserve. Okay, moving on to technology and using the phone. Nowadays, most of the time you call an organization direct line, you're going to get a robot attendant. We don't have the frustration of that. Press 1 for this, 3 for that, whatever it may be. Not here at Amtran. So down here, our Amtran helpline is available from 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. by dialing the 944-4074. You are getting a real live attendant who has driven the bus for us and can answer any of your transportation questions and solve any transportation issues. So we have a variety of individuals, all who have driven the bus for us, with dispatch and provide support on the phone and be able to answer your transportation questions in real time. We think that's pretty unique. You can also utilize the MyStop phone by dialing 944-1200. There's 2 options here. If you have a smart card for us, which you Penn State Altoona folks don't need, but if you are a regular community member and you have a smart card, you can call and check your balance. But you also can call and select the option number 1 to get real-time stop departure information for whatever bus stop that you're at. You simply call. For me, I'm here at the office. I would call that number, select option number 1. It would ask me what stop I wanted. I type in number 1. It would then relay to me the stop, the bus stop time information for that stop. And that's in real time. But one of the things we think is majorly underused is the texting option. So you could text us at 312-123, and all you got to do is put in the letters AT and then the numeral sign and the number. So again, for me, using stop number 1 as an example, I would text the 312-123, type in AT number 1, and it would text me back the bus departure information for that stop for the next couple hours. And then last but certainly not least, which we strongly encourage, is downloading the free MyStop mobile app. That is the logo for our free mobile app. Again, if someone's trying to charge you money for it, it is $9. So make sure you're getting the right app. If you want to go ahead and download that, and all the functionalities within the website is available on that app. You get real-time bus information. You can check and see how many people on board, set up your rider alerts. If you have your geolocating on, we'll find the nearest bus stop for you to plan your trip. We strongly encourage it. One thing of interest also about the app is it's not solely for Amtrak. So when you first download the app and you log in, you'll select Amtrak, which we appreciate, but we know many students also frequent State College. Our sister agency in State College is CATA, CATA, and CATA is available on this mobile app as well. I've traveled for work in Louisville, Kentucky. I can look at Louisville, Kentucky, LexTrans information on that app and use it just like I would with that. So we strongly encourage using any of these technologies, but the mobile app is a very useful tool for us. And there's a little example of once you log in, how you can select the route, just like we went through the example on the internet. There's an example of setting service loads. Okay, so review the technology in our service. Now we want to just talk a little bit about limited English proficiency. We have a large number of international students that are students at PSU Altoona, and by federal law, we have to have this program in place. So what we do is we research the 6 or 8 most commonly used languages in our community, and we provide this service free of charge. So if anyone is boarding the bus or communicating with the driver or staff member here at Amtrak, and English is not your preferred first language, and you are comfortable communicating in English, simply ask for this card, or a driver who maybe feels that communication is not going as efficiently, effectively as possible, we'll offer this card. The customer just simply points to the language they prefer, and then the driver and the staff have a process of connecting that individual with an organization called Certified Languages International out of Oregon that has certified interpreters in all these languages that can help us provide, resolve the issue or provide the information to the customer that they need. Okay, the big elephant in the room, COVID-19 coronavirus. So simply, we just wanted to share with you what we're doing in Amtrak and what we expect of our customers. We have enhanced our cleaning procedures here at Amtrak. We are cleaning buses, high-touch areas, shelters, facility multiple times a week, and we're doing it with a solution that is lifetime for hard surfaces and is also yearly cleaning for soft surfaces. But again, we're doing it 2 to 3 times a week, buses, high-touch surfaces, shelters, facilities, and it completely rejects all viruses. So we've really ramped up our cleaning game here. We are moving towards touchless payment. It's very simple also, though, for PSU Altoona folks. Show your PSU ID, you're free. But we are working on more touchless payment options, hopefully here in the near future. Crowded bus alerts, we talked about it with our website, we talked about it with the mobile app. I'd encourage you to check those things out, and that if a bus typically holds 32 people, if that bus is over 50% capacity, we encourage you to take a different trip or a different route to your destination. We have employed helper buses. One has sat at the Hawthorne Shelter for the first couple weeks of school, and one has sat at the Downtown Transit Center. We've also done that out in the other fixed routes as well within the community. So if those buses are being, regular buses are being overcrowded, we're trying to get a couple buses out there to avoid that as much as possible. And then we have mandatory masks for all of our staff. And obviously people have health issues that are private in nature, and we handle those as best we possibly can. So you should see the majority of our staff employing masks when they're on board. What we request of our customers is utilize technology that we just talked about. Avoid those crowded trips. Again, we encourage calling if that's technology you prefer, the internet, the app, whatever you're comfortable with. We have that method. Just communicate with us. We all know this. Wear your mask. I'm sitting here in my office. I can have my mask off. I'm up around the facility. My mask has to be on. So, and please have that mask up and ready as you're boarding the bus. Keep it on the duration of the trip. We understand Sometimes that can be difficult depending on the weather and your health conditions. But we're really asking you just to follow the regulations and really think about the common good as you move throughout the community. Try to social distance, crowding the buses, the technology, helper buses, that helps us. Try to help enhance social distancing. Wash your hands, and of course, if you're sick, just stay home. I think we all know this, but it's just things that we're putting out to remind our passengers these are expectations, especially during these difficult times. So we appreciate the cooperation. Okay, finally, we know some folks aren't as familiar with fixed route buses as others, so we just want to give you a very brief visual tour of what the bus looks like. Here is a head sign, so it's the very front of the bus. This is where if you know you want the Pleasant Valley bus, this is what you're looking at here to find it, back at Hawthorne Shelter or downtown or where we may be out in the community. So this is where that bus number and direction is going to be. Pleasant Valley going to Walmart, Pleasant Valley going to the transit center. That would be the information on these buses. There's also that information on the side of the bus as well. We have beautiful weather here in central Pennsylvania. It tends to change pretty frequently, but if you're an avid bike rider, you want to utilize your bike, but also access bus transportation, we do that as well. So every one of our fixed route buses is equipped with a bike rack. Very simple to use. You squeeze the handle, lower it down, secure the bike on there, squeeze the handle, pull it back up. You're good to go. If you need the assistance of a driver, please go ahead and ask to do so. But it is very, very simple. So if you're a bike rider, you want to access the bus and service, you can do that too. All right, this is a sort of an older picture. Most of our buses now have a ramp. This is a lift, but anybody who needs assistance boarding the vehicle, maybe of a sprained ankle, most of our seniors or people with disabilities utilize our lifts or ramps. Simply ask for the lift or the ramp, and the driver will go ahead and deploy that technology. It is not an option for the driver. If that is asked for, the lift or ramp, the lift ramp is utilized. I will also educate you that every one of our fixed route buses, as it comes to a stop to board a passenger, you always board in the front of our bus, and you should always exit at the back of our bus. The front of the bus will actually kneel. It will kneel down the street level, so it makes boarding the vehicle very, very easy. So no matter your age, no matter what it is, the bus will board, the bus will kneel, but you can also ask for lift or ramp if you need it, and the driver will deploy. Okay, last but not least, a couple of things here. There's front in every one of our fixed route buses. The two front positions are wheelchair positions, so they could be utilized at times where the seats are flipped up and a passenger within a wheelchair is strapped in. Also, those front positions in the bus are typically reserved for seniors or persons with disabilities. Now, they're not mandated for that. Anyone can sit there, but we do encourage people that if you are sitting there, an elderly passenger and so on, or a person with disability and so on, please think about moving your seats so that you can have access to those front seats. And this year, anytime that there is an announcement needed on the bus or someone asks for a stop, there are speakers and visual alignments within the bus that provide the auditory information for those things. So there are new announcements in the bus as well. And then the very faint yellow cord here you can see is a call line. So if I know the stop, I'm getting off at Walmart, and we're a block away or pulling the Walmart parking lot, I will pull that cord down, and it sends an announcement throughout the bus that we hear and also see that a stop has been requested at the next stop. The driver knows that someone is going to be getting off the bus there. So we ask you to do that, about a block or half block away, so the driver has plenty of time to make a safe stop and make a safe exit. Last thing we'll show you here is a sunrise sign. Right now they display date and time. We are working with our technology vendor to make sure that's a little more useful for passengers in the future with other route information. So we hope you enjoyed the presentation, that you learned a lot out of it. Our contact information is here. We encourage people to access the helpline. Again, you're getting a live person who has driven the bus, who knows extensively about our service and our system that can help you in real time. Also available on a wide variety of social media, and we went through accessing our website and talked about our mobile app. So if you ever need to visit us, our address is there on the screen here on 5th Avenue, Altoona, and we really encourage you So just communicate with us, whatever your concern is, whatever the issue is. We are really here to provide this community service and to make it to the best possible experience that you can when you're visiting or staying within our community here. So look forward to servicing you, and we appreciate your time today as we review the Amtrans system and services.